Thank you so much for inviting me. It's an honor, as always, to be here and sharing these stories. Thank you very much for coming to hear them and to have this conversation about reconciliation. I just wanted to, it was 5 years ago, actually, that I stood on this stage for the first time and shared my mother's voice in these poems. So it's really interesting that it's come full circle for me, and I get to stand here again and share her voice and her story with her in Calling Down the Sky. I just want to also acknowledge that this is my sister's artwork on the cover. It's an art of my mother and her journey. And I also just want to let you know that my mother is here. She's sitting right there in the second row. She said, I better come, you're going to make sure you get it right. Thanks, Mom. And also my bead bling. Bead bling. Everybody needs bead bling in their life, especially when I'm sharing a stage with such beautiful superheroes. Justice Sinclair, or Senator Sinclair now, or as I like to call him, Big Daddy J. And the lovely Sheila Rogers. She's trying to knock me out backstage because she's like, you're getting more listeners than me. Like, I'll take it, let's go, let's do it. Reconcile some ass, let's do it right now. She didn't want to. That's right, I'll go Thompson on you. So, that was my first book. It's a different story entirely. So, anyway, here we go. Things I know about my mother as a child. Mama bakes me cake every birthday from scratch. Cooks me perfect porridge, tops with milk and brown sugar. Or sunny side-up eggs, bacon toast, crusts cut off. Cleans up my mess. Washes clothes. Mends all my rips and sews dresses. Brushes my hair while she hums. Mama calls me babe and my girl, but cannot say, I love you. A rare gift just for birthdays, lingering hugs only when sick. Tells us forgive and forget, but never shows us how. Her anger is thrown quick, jagged pieces of glass, swears at us in Cree. We learn to duck the words. Falls into silence often, her sadness a dark place she gets lost in. Never cries in front of me, but I hear her through doors. Mama drinks to forget. Something she does not name. Broken beer bottles, cigarette butts, bruises. Thrown at endless parties. Rage until crash of sun. Stops for a while. Soon begins again like a storm rising. The second time I ask Mama about residential school, she says, no. I ask her again, she says, no. The third time, I stop, listen to her silence, ask about her diabetes, her hip, achy back, her sore knees. Did she get her hearing aid fixed? Whether she thinks it will rain tomorrow. Mama talks about all of this. Says, I'm not too good, my girl. My sugar is too high. Arthritis acting up, that damn doctor won't give me any more pain pills. This hearing aid is shit, and the rain, my girl, it hurts. I listen to her talk back words slow, fill her cup with tea. Over tea. Mama drinks red rose tea with carnation and Splenda. Water boiled on stove and soup pot, 3 bags steeped for hours of refills, just like back home. Over tea, people talk. Relatives, births, deaths, marriages, and bingo, all witnessed over tea. Mama stirs her cup slow, measured, tick, tick, tip of spoon, overfills silence. Mama lost her talk in residential school. She sips up memories. The heat burns her tongue. Mama's testament, truth and reconciliation. People ask me all the time about residential school, as if it's their business or something. Ever since that white guy, Nita, in Ottawa said he was sorry, as if he knows anything about those places. He wasn't there. He doesn't know. He wasn't there when I needed comfort, when I cried. He doesn't know what that priest did, what those nuns did. You can't say sorry for those things, for what happened there. He's got no right. Share your story, he says. What does that even mean? Boy, these Mr. Gusu and their fancy talk. Share your story as if it's that easy. Anyway, it was a long time ago. 50 years since those days. 50 years, I said nothing. The words, they get caught right here in my throat. Where the nuns would grab when we spoke Cree, as if grabbing a dead duck's neck, haul us up in front of that class, stand there so long we pissed ourselves. You learn pretty quick to stay quiet after that, boy. No, Watts, we never talk about it. Not back home, not with each other, not even when it was happening. You just try to forget about it, leave it behind. Some of us did. Some of us are still trying. It always finds you, though, drags you back. Don't make up stories. That's what they told us kids when we went back home, told them what was going on in those schools. Still got sent back. Every year, less of us came home. Still, they said nothing. Nothing until we were just empty skins. Full of broken English, ruler broken bones, Bible broken spirits. And back home became a broken dream. No damage done for all but 5 years. That's what it said in that letter about my residential school story. Dear claimant, no records, no proof. Sorry. 9 years, that's how long they kept me in there. I was just a baby when they came for me. Father died on that trap line, mother in the TB sanatorium. Didn't even get to say goodbye. Never saw them again. 9 years. You know what I got for that? Deaf in one ear, blind in one eye, scars all over my head. My legs don't work, arthritis, diabetes from what we ate there. You know, I never once saw fruit. Can't get no damn sleep. The dead keep me awake, eh? Ask me for forgiveness. But you can't forgive and forget the unnameable. There's no word for what they did in our language. To speak it is to become torn from the choking. Money got no cure for that. Now I'm almost 70, and he wants me to share my story. Okay then, here it is. Here in the unwritten, here in the broken lines of my body that can never forget. On the first day, all us kids had to do it, eh? A lot of us cried, huddled together like sheep, bleating and pushing, trying to melt into each other, more scared than we ever been. One by one peeled off, taken into a little room. Us left behind catch glint of a sharp edge, hear the crying before door closes. Some never had it done, huh? Their long, perfect braids, a measure of seasons, umbilical cord to Mama Earth, a map back home. Cut away, just like sheep. Go in fat and fluffy, come out bald as babies, except skinny and sick-looking. Boys buzzed bald like dandelions, blown of all their wishes. Girls bowl cut into cookie-cutter girls. When it's my turn, I climb onto the cold gray chair, look up at the nun, blink terror. She speaks something to me, sounds like an angry crow, holds long scissors like a claw. Silver is smiling malice at me. Crow nun reaches. I flinch only to be caught by her other hand, smashes my head so hard, blood blooms a berry patch on clean white wall. Don't move after that, not for a long time. Just sit there, stare, big-eyed, mute like an owl. Watch my hair fall wisps of something I used to be. In confession, those priests and nuns, they do bad things with each other, and the girls too, even boys, dirty things. Why God lets them do those things, I don't know. As for me, no one take me like that. I fight back, kick that principal right in his balls. One time, scratched that nun's face, they put me in a closet that time. But that's okay, I never get pregnant, get sent home like that, or worse. I always fight back. None of those girls from back home stick up for me, just Harriet and Marie Rose. They're from Puckatawagan, but that's okay. We stick together, huh? They're my best friends. When I locked in that closet, they sneak bread under door, soak some water in it so I don't die. Crazy this place, eh? In confession, after they let me out, I asked God, whose sins I confess, mine or theirs? He never answered. Hidden traps. After residential school, I am sent to live with my mother's mother, civilized and hand-delivered to her door. A stranger in my own skin, a stranger to her own kin. She does not love me. No one does. 2 5-gallon buckets of water, piles of wood on my back, every day. Grandmother Mary Jane, no kindness in her bones makes me work. Harder than any nun or priest, marks food, measures it, makes sure I don't eat any. Hungry and so tired, I run deep into bush, find the biggest, tallest tree, strongest branches, climb that tree, find a long branch thick with pine. Line my thin body along strong bough, sleep and dream, I am a bird flying away. Guy Hill, The Returning of Souls. It seems smaller somehow, Mama says, looks over the grounds. Rests hands on cane, peers over glasses. Over there in that grove, that's where the Blessed Virgin Mary sat. There's a fence over there. Lip points left. Boys and girls were separated, huh? In those days, going with someone meant you waved at each other. Sometimes snuck smokes and Cree words through fences. Mama moves her eyes, slow, sifts through each memory, fitting it where it used to be. On land reclaimed by earth, sky, water, and survivors who come to find lost souls. Over there is where the babies are buried. Mama whispers at trees which whisper back, shh. But she is done being silent. Those ones who didn't make it, those ones devoured by starvation, those sick ones who never got better, those who were taken into little rooms and never come out. I've seen them, those angels and demons, still out there, forever lost boys and girls, trying to find home, never get there. When I think of Mama in residential school, I think of my girls. My son, first to reach my horizon. My moon, a dream come true. Long, lithe limbs, sweet berry mouths. Brown eyes shimmer, skin burnished copper. If the Indian agent came, commanded, give me your children. If the Mounties came, demanded, stand aside. If the government came, declared, it is law. If they came for them, what would I do? Would I call down the sun? Would I call down the moon? If they came for my girls, would I call down the sky? What solace would I find there in the silence? Mama's name. I would name her Tallest Pine Tree Woman. I would name her Take Back Woman. I would name her Makes Her Own Blanket Woman. I would name her She Makes a New Path Woman. I would name her Storm That Breaks Through Woman. I would name her North Wind Woman. And I would call out my mama's name 4 times in each direction, so they never again forget. And this naming ceremony is my poem.